Welcome to episode one of the Fridays on Excellence show. My name is Scott Kokenauer and I'm your host. We are pursuing the fullest expression of our unique God given design. I'm coming to you live from farm country of Ohio. And yes, that sound you will hear from time to time will be a tractor going down the road as we broadcast. This episode is sponsored by, well, no one, because I have no sponsors who want to sponsor excellence yet. If you are interested in sponsoring the show, shoot me a message, coach@servingstrong.com, and I'll be glad to get back to you and talk possibilities. Now, since this is the first episode of the Fridays on Excellence show, I'm going to lay out what you can expect from the agenda of each episode. It can be framed as 3210. First, we'll start with three coaching questions. These are coaching questions you can ask yourself that will drive you deep into yourself as you contemplate your life of excellence. Second, there will be two pillars of excellence. This is where the teaching takes place. This is the teaching portion. Um, and I will draw from my experience and my research, and I will also be including guests from time to time. Third, I will close with one actionable takeaway for you to start using the minute the live session is over. So let's get started, shall we? Here are your three coaching questions for today. What would you try if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you try if you knew you couldn't fail? Second, from where do you get your energy? From where do you get your energy? And number three, who is your greatest support? These are three questions that are designed to get you thinking. I would encourage you to pick one or two or all three of them, write them on a 3x5 card, and keep them with you all week until we come back together next Friday. Contemplate, meditate, start noticing a deeper thing going on that you have never noticed before in your life. Use these three questions. So that concludes this portion of the agenda. Let's move on to the two pillars of content. Now, let's talk about excellence. Here's the first pillar. Excellence is defined as the fullest expression of our unique God given design. Excellence is defined as the fullest expression of our unique God given design. Let that sink in for a second. You are you are pursuing the fullest expression of what is only your design, like none other. Um, so let's break this down. Becoming, becoming the fullest expression of your unique God given design. Becoming. This implies that we will never reach pure excellence in this life. We are fallible and we exist in a fallible world. That's why I use an ing word. It's the becoming, not the become, that's key. Secondly, the fullest expression. This phrase, this means the fullest we can possibly be. This is our zone. This is when we are firing on all cylinders and we acknowledge our gifts and we see them played out in the appropriate context. And let me pause here and welcome all of you who might be the watching on Facebook Live. And I'm going to mute that. So let's continue. All right. So those of you on Facebook Live, welcome. Thank you for joining. All right. We've talked about becoming and we've talked about the fullest expression. Let's talk about what it means to be unique. This means there is no one else like you. I have a lot more to say about this in the coming episodes, but I'll leave that for now. God given. I believe in God. I believe he sent his son on earth to redeem us from our wickedness. It's how I was raised, and it's what I've chosen to believe. You may not believe as I do, which is fine. But unless you have a good argument to the contrary, don't witness this mysteriousness of the human body and the vastness of the galaxies and tell me there isn't something more intelligent going on. There is something more intelligent as far as a designer, a creator. So, last, design. What is design? This refers to all the pieces and parts of who we are as individuals, personally, passions, your personality, your wants, your desires, your dislikes, skills, anything else that you can describe to you can use to describe who you are. So that's the definition of excellence. That's the working definitions that we will be going with as we continue in this journey of excellence, becoming the fullest expression of our unique God given design. And now the second pillar is that the pursuit of excellence is a journey and it begins with a want. Let me explain it this way: a want is a desired destination, a longing for something that I do not currently possess, whether I possess it or not. I may think I don't possess something when I actually do. It doesn't matter. If it's something I want, it is an indication that there is something missing. The dictionary definition says it's a lack of deficiency of something or a desire for something. I believe a want is a signal telling me there's something about my life that is not yet excellent. I want to, a want is a signal of a latent excellence. It's waiting to be expressed. Just like noticeable pain in the body is a signal of something not quite right physically. Unfortunately, we get used to the pain and surrender to it without knowing uh, what pain free life is like. The same with excellence. We get so used to um, the inability to be excellent that we surrender to mediocrity. This is what I call uninformed incompetence, as we will see later. We don't know what we don't know. We were designed on purpose for a purpose. Fulfilling that purpose means expressing this purpose and this purposeful design. But when I'm not expressing that purpose, I want, I long for something, I search for it, I grasp at options, hoping they will satisfy. But what is really going on? Well, excellence is not present yet. Excellence then is the fullest expression of my unique God given design. For example, let's say I look down at my shoes and I cannot see them like I used to. My shirt sticks out too far, if you know what I mean. This bothers me. It's because I weigh more than I need to for my age and my height. My eating habits were when I was in unconscious incompetence. I was eating, I didn't know I couldn't see my shoes. I was not conscious of my incompetence. Now, being conscious of my incompetence, I want to lose weight. See what's going on here? There's my want. This want is a signal that there is something not yet excellent in my life, but I must lower calorie intake over time to reach conscious competence. And it will be hard for me. I will go through emotional stages, and if I do not give up when the going gets rough, I will succeed at being competent until my competence becomes unconscious. Unconscious competence is when a habit has become a way of life. Therefore, the journey of excellence continues want by want. We build, we measure, we learn, we rebuild. It's an evolutionary process, it's an iterative process. That's what makes the pursuit of excellence a journey and why it begins with a want. Now, that wraps up our segment on the two pillars of excellence for this episode. So, with the three coaching questions and the two pillars on excellence content behind us now, here is your actionable takeaway: define your excellence. Now, I know I've defined it excellence for you in that we are pursuing the fullest expression of our unique God given design. But you need to go a little deeper. What does that mean for you? So we break our life into systems. A lot like our body is made of a number of systems. There's the circulatory system, the neurological system, the digestive system. All of these different systems take place, but they're all housed in one body. If one system suffers, other systems are affected. So that's the same with excellence, defining your excellence. So here is the application of the takeaway. I'm going to need you to go and download the free PDF in the show notes. You'll see it on servingstrong.com/Friday. Click the show notes and downloads button. Download the document called Six Life Areas of Excellence. I've given you about four prompting questions, coaching questions to create your working definition of excellence. Um, you will, and what are the six elements? Well, I haven't listed them on the screen for you, but they are, and they include your spiritual excellence system, your relational system, your financial system, your emotional system, your physical system, and finally, your vocational system. Those six systems are how you can break out what this definition of excellence means for you spiritually, relationally, financially, emotionally, physically, and vocationally. That becomes the kind of the track that we're going to be running on over the next several Fridays, over the next year. Each episode will have a different system that we will focus on. Next week, we will talk about the spiritual excellence and how to make that system excellent. The next one, 2 weeks from now, we will cover the relational system and how to make your relational system excellent. So that concludes our takeaway. Let me remind you, you will find the PDF by going to servingstrong.com/Friday. Right at the top there, you'll see show notes and downloads. Click on that button. It will zoom you down to the bottom of that page where you will see six life areas of excellence. Click that, download it, and use that guide with the prompting questions to begin writing out what excellence means for you in each of your life systems. Now, before you go, I do want to let you know about the Zoe booklet. It's about 60 pages or so. This is a high level overview of the pursuit of your own zone of excellence, AKA Zoe, Zone of Excellence. I also want you to know that I have opened up my workspace on what I'm calling the art of excellence. I've opened it up to the public. I'm inviting you to watch as I build the guts of my upcoming book entitled The Art of Excellence. You're free to share your thoughts and comments on what you see. Therefore, the book called The Art of Excellence will be a collaborative effort among all of us. Now, where do you find the book? Where do you go to this backstage of where I'm building The Art of Excellence? Well, the booklet you can find on Amazon. Just search Zoe, your zone of excellence. You'll find that there. You can go to the backstage of what I'm doing by going to www.bit.ly/the art of excellence. all lowercase. That's bit.ly/ the art of excellence, all lowercase. So that is the uh, episode one, our inaugural episode of Fridays on Excellence. I'm Scott Kokenauer, the owner and founder of servingstrong.com, and I am so pleased that you joined me in this journey. If you're podcasting this, please give it a recognition with as many stars as you can. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues. I will be here every single Friday live at noon Eastern, where we will cover three coaching questions, two pillars of excellence content, one takeaway, zero cost to you. I'll see you next Friday at noon Eastern.